Dos Santos out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Soldier Field. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up. He had him, Brock. Throw was on target. Gotta help your guy out early in the game, right?
Yeah, it's not on the quarterback. I think we can all see that. That was a catchable ball. But I've got a feeling he'll volunteer to take some of the blame anyway. That's just the way he's wired.
Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
In motion right is Metcalf. To the air on first down. Rodgers. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Okay, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, the both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Still second down.
So the false start backs him up. This is second down and 9. They'll run here following the penalty. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Bears bringing out an extra DB here. Third down. Third and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They'll go for it. Rodgers. Past the line, he's going to run for it. Rodgers slides down, and he picks up the first.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Austin makes the grab downfield. And his This is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that's separation.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away.
Kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Devin Duvernay to return it.
Devin Duvernay.
So here come the Bears as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
His rookie season last year, Kate, a reminder that no matter how talented you are, this league can humble you. And it didn't help being the most sacked quarterback in football as well. But remember, 3,500 yards and 20 touchdowns, he showed glimpses of what I know Chicago wants more of this year.
Williams to throw on first. This is a heater going deep. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. And now it's second down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. Williams from the gun. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Williams to throw on third. Short pass brought in. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Pulled in at the 20. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Off a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
First down throw here by Rodgers. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Tight end going in motion here. Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. Oh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with him in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Now Rodgers on this third and short. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Steelers have a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Play action here with Rodgers. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up second down.
Okay, what I love about that play, everybody can see the pass breakup, the knock away. You can see the result. What you don't see are the fundamentals. The corner's job of mirroring that route, being stride for stride, and then having the great anticipation and timing to knock it away.
Throwing again, Rodgers. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Throwing again here, it's Rodgers. Catch made by Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Rodgers. This finds Austin, complete. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Calvin Austin. A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
All right, 2 yards to go here on third down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's going to run for it. Rodgers slides down, and he picks up the first.
A gain of 6.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
New set of downs for him from the 31. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to. You have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
All right, here we go. Second down. Here's Rodgers. This is Metcalf working that right side. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Pass is caught at the 9! And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
That's another Steelers first down. First and goal, Pittsburgh.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. From the red zone now. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. Escapes the defender. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. First and 10 from the 32. Off the play fake, Williams. Taking a deep shot here. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. Steelers bringing pressure. No place to go. Down he goes. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Torrey Taylor on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 27-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Give him 13 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
This is ahead for about 5. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. Our score, 14-0. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
And a Steeler 1st down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Just like the last play, Metcalf has it. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down now, ball at the 33. They'll go again with Warren. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Rodgers from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Wilson, the receiver, in motion left. Warren running between the tackles. Great decision to bounce this outside. Brock gets him about 8 yards on the run. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, Warren breaks the tackle. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Kid, I'll give some credit to the defense there. Limited the gain to the outside, contained him for minimal yardage, but it was going to be tough to stop him from getting a first down as close as they were to the sticks.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 20-zip lead. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21.
21. Bears nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Josh Blackwell to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And Williams is going to get them the first down with a slide at the end of it.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. And is a catch for Luther Burden. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Running behind center with Swift. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up. Third and a lone yard coming up. Staying grounded with Swift. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. Fourth down coming up.
Fourth down.
That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Fourth down punt upcoming. Here's Torrey Taylor to put his leg into it. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll start the drive with Warren. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Completed over the middle. Short gain in the end to about the 36-yard line. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Third down here, need 8 on the play. Third and long for him here. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force to throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
He has it at the 22. He dodged the tackle. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Williams on 1st down. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. A draw now. This is Swift. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
A good draw play is like a great punt return. You just set the table and let your elite athlete do his job. Excellent job of selling the pass. The O-line got a body on a body. And these running backs at this level, they know how to make you pay defensively.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Stopped by the perennial All-Pro and Defensive Player of the Year contender. That's T.J. Watt.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Going play action. Williams. That's complete. Cole Kmet. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the Steelers' 38-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
Williams to throw on third. Pass brought in by Burton. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
First down, Williams to throw. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Here's Williams again. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. It's a 38-yard look here. Santos' kick is good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Warren here from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Rodgers set to pass. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Steelers.
Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
20 more yards. That's another Steelers first
Clock is
down.
ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Soldier Field after this.
First down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He'll try and run this. Rodgers slides down and he picks up the first.
19 more yards. That's another Steelers first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun. Hits the slant. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers continue piling onto this lead.
Bears 3.
Now Boswell on to send this away.
Pittsburgh.
Blackwell now to return it. Jukes away from one. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bears about set for their next possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
First down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Williams to throw on first. To the middle, that's snared by Burden. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First down from the 42. Working from the gun, Williams. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And he's got it. It's in close. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending first and goal from the 3. Again, it's Williams. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and goal coming up from the 7. Now here's Williams. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears chop some of the lead off before the half. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears make it an 18-point game.
28, Bears 10.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Gainwell. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Steelers taking over on offense with halftime rapidly approaching. And up a very comfortable 3 scores. Really no need to try and get anything here. So first and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, here's Rogers. Finds the in route, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on this 2nd and inches. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. Working out of the gun. Here's Rogers. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Now Rogers on his 3rd and short. Caught into the hands of Freiermuth. And he's going to have this one down to the 37.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Now Boswell on to send this away. Blackwell now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Chicago offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And this is gonna end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
2nd and 10 now. Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Third down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. 3rd and long for him here. Jumps off, caught by his back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. New set of downs for him from the 31. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Rodgers from the gun. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Bears are going to have it back, and it's marked at the 38. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. First down throw by Williams. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
3rd down, here's Williams. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Kate, it has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game, and failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
55-yard attempt.
And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And this stays a 3-possession game.
I know there's golfers out there, Kate, that love to play this game as well. And any golfer knows, hey, man, at the turn, no matter how bad that front side was, there's still a chance, right? There's still another hole, still another opportunity. You write that script of hope. Kickers are kind of like golfers, right? They're always thinking of the next one. But unfortunately, with that miss, well, this scorecard's going to end up ugly.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Here's Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Offense going with a 4-receiver set, 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. Chicago getting set to take the field now. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. This one gets to the 22. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Off the play fake, Williams. Throw left side is hauled in by Loveland. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
New set of downs for him from the 31. First down, Williams. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Williams again. That throw behind his intended target. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Rodgers will look to throw. And he goes down. The Bears got him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Rodgers set to pass. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
It's 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. This finds Austin complete. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that 1st down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
And the fair catch made here at the 15. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and you get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. running with Swift out of the gun. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
If you really study the great teams when it comes to running that play, that draw concept, watch the offensive line's pad level. Those defenders, those linebackers, they're looking for cues and tells. If that offensive line gives it away, that play gets hit in the mouth. Instead, well, those guys sold it just perfectly in the yards following.
Escapes the defender. And a solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Going one again with Swift. And he'll get it up to the 44. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it'll be first down Bears.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Going to the ground again on first. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun to give to Swift. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
Seventh play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Williams. Lasers this one deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He's looking for Luther Burden. So it's going to be 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
Fourth down, Williams. Pass brought in by Burden. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. One of their best play calls of this game so far, Brock. 17 yards on 4th down. That gets him the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 32. Williams on the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. To the air yet again, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Big strike here to Moore. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
First down, here's Swift. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Williams throwing on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a roll of dudes, a touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears make it an 11-point ball game.
Steelers 28, Bears 17.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Gainwell. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Steelers offense headed out. That last touchdown given up cut their lead to 2 scores as they get started here. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Now Gainwell. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Again, this is Gainwell, and he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They stick with Gainwell. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Steelers 1st down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. From the gun, it gives to Gainwell. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Connecting with Metcalf again. And he's able to get this down to the 36. So we're through 3 here. The Steelers up a couple of scores and in control of the football. They've got first down here from the 36. Handoff here to Gainwell. And he's going to be tackled after a pickup of about 5 here. Second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's second and 4. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Breaks free in the center of the field. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers making a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or 2 high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers push their lead to 18.
Bears 17.
Now Boswell on to send this away.
Pittsburgh.
Here's Duvernay on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Williams from the gun. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. Second and 10. Now here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Steelers in the dime for this third down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They get 22 out of that play. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Stick it in the air, it's Williams. Finds the in route, complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Bears.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Again, it's Williams. Brought in right side by Moore. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears get it back to within 2 possessions. DJ Moore, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears make it an 11-point ball game.
Steelers 35, Bears 24.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now run here with Gainwell. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That's 16 on the pickup. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
And the Steelers 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
On the handoff, himself. Here's Gainwell. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on first down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. This is Gainwell. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throw here, 3rd down. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punting unit out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Bears and DJ Moore back in possession here. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
13 yards on the play.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First down from the 42. Out of the gun, here's Williams.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Second and long, need to give themselves a shot for 3rd. Williams will look to throw. Drops it underneath, Swift. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
3rd down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. Here he goes, 3rd and long. The right side hauled in by Komet. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Football's on the 48. Here we go, 1st down. Williams set to pass. It's him on the in route. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Hey, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Williams with the sneak. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a reset of downs.
It's a gain of 2. And the Bears first down.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Running behind center with Swift. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be 2nd down.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. And he got a nice little gain on the ground.
First down run. Nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Staying grounded with Swift. And not much space available there. Maybe 2. And that brings up 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Pass brought in by Burton. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat, throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Flush down out to his left. And this one does not go far. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. One of the tight ends motioning left. They go with Manungai here. He touched the tackle. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
That's Cox. This is Loveland. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Williams. To the edge of the end zone. It's incomplete. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Complete on the option. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears now within 1 score in the 4th. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
So the touchdown was only a part of it, Brock. They're going to go for 2 now and try to make this just a field goal game.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. But he can't reach the end zone. That would have trimmed the lead to a field goal. Instead, they trail by 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. On the return, here's Gainwell. Shoots away from one. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Rodgers from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Steelers with a 5-point lead. Looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
His work begins at the 31. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they're going to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Setting up to pass. Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Steelers in the dime for this 3rd down. Now to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Rome Odunze, the intended receiver. And 4th and 4 coming up.
4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That's cut beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays on the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Complete right side. Burton has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Here he is to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up second down. Well, he found the route he wanted pretty quickly, Brock, but maybe, I don't know, he telegraphed who he wanted a little too much because that defender sure got there just as the ball arrived to force it loose.
Yeah, this is one of those tough moments as an analyst, right? Because you're right, offensively didn't get the job done, but I'm going to give a gold star to the defense. Anytime you make contact.
And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them, and Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Williams and the Bears getting set to try for two.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
He'll look to throw it. And unable to connect on that throw, so they're still ahead. Now they just have to defend it over the final seconds here. They wanted that three-point cushion. We all knew what they were doing, be able to maybe breathe a little bit easier. But now got to keep them outside of field goal range, partner, because a kick would win this.
And that starts with a booming kickoff. Give them as long a field as possible before they can get